Hey Steelers fans, get ready because the news that just came out will shock everyone. A former legend has just exposed his feud with Mike Tomlin, and what he said isn't good at all. Meanwhile, a surprise name has emerged in the search for a new coach, and let's just say nobody expected it. The name for head coach will surprise you. And to make matters worse, one of the most respected voices in the franchise's history has just revealed a bombshell truth about Tomlin's departure. Stay tuned because these updates are surprising. Let's start by talking about the former Steelers player who reveals a heated argument with Mike Tomlin. Let's talk about James Harrison, because the man did not hold back. With Mike Tomlin officially stepping down after 19 seasons, everyone's out here sharing memories, giving props, all that warm fuzzy stuff, but not Harrison. Nope, he grabbed a mic and said, "Time to get real." On his own podcast with Joe Hayden, yeah, that Joe Hayden, Harrison laid it all out. He made it crystal clear, his relationship with Tomlin, pure business, no trust, no personal connection, and according to him, it all went sideways because of one thing: lies. Harrison says the first lie came back in 2010, but the big one, the one that really stuck, happened in 2013, and by 2018, he straight up didn't trust the guy. He said he doesn't listen to outside noise. Harrison explained, "But I know for a fact that was a lie too." Then it gets spicy. Harrison went on undisputed and made a comment, just his opinion, that Belichick was a better coach than Tomlin. Tomlin's response? Something like, "Woodley was smarter than you." Oof, shots fired. This isn't new territory for Harrison. He's been critical of Tomlin before, but now we know where that energy's really coming from. It's personal. It's years of tension finally bubbling over. And look, Harrison ain't just some random ex-player running his mouth. He was the heart of that defense for years. Super Bowl champ, one of the baddest dudes to ever wear black and gold. So when he talks, Steelers Nation listens. Now, with Tomlin out, Harrison's voice hits different. He's not just criticizing, he's setting the tone for what comes next. He might not be close to whoever takes over, but you better believe he'll be watching and judging. Because that's what legends do. And just when everyone thought the next head coach would come from the usual suspects, boom, a wild card shows up, young, offensive-minded, and flying way under the radar. You ever hear a name and go, "Wait, who?" That's pretty much everyone's reaction when Klay Kubiak popped up in the Steelers coaching search. While teams were lining up interviews with the usual candidates, NFL insider Tom Pelissero dropped a curveball on Good Morning Football. He said don't sleep on Klay Kubiak, the other Kubiak in this cycle, as a legit option for the Steelers. And Steelers fans were like, "Klay who? Let's break it down." Klay's the offensive coordinator for the 49ers. Yeah, that 49ers offense. He's only been in that role for one season, but man, he made it count. Despite battling injuries last year, his unit finished top 10 in both total offensive yards and points scored. Passing game? Ranked number 5 across the league. That's not luck, that's smart, creative play design. And let's not forget, this dude helped shape Brock Purdy. Remember when Purdy was Mr. Irrelevant? Klay was right there, helping turn him into one of the NFL's most efficient QBs. That's coaching, plain and simple. Now, yeah, we get it. He's young, he's never been a head coach at the pro level, only did that once in high school. But if the Steelers are really serious about shaking things up, this is how you do it. Go after a young mind with an offensive background, something this team has seriously lacked for years. For decades, Pittsburgh's DNA has been defense first. But let's be real, offense wins games now. The rules have changed. You can't ground and pound your way through a playoff run anymore. You need innovation. You need scoring. You need someone who understands how to develop a quarterback in today's NFL. And Klay fits that mold. He's not flashy, but he's respected, especially by Kyle Shanahan, who's called him one of the sharpest minds on the 49ers staff. Still, it's a gamble. Hiring Klay would be a massive culture shift. You're trusting a guy with 5 years of NFL coaching experience to steer the ship of one of the league's most historic franchises. That's a big ask, but maybe it's the exact kind of risk the Steelers need to take, because sticking to safe hasn't been working. But before we get too excited about the next chapter, a Steelers legend just dropped a brutal truth bomb about how and why Tomlin really walked away from it all. Alright, here's where things get heavy. Mike Tomlin stepping down after nearly 2 decades. That alone shocked the NFL world, but what Steelers legend Jerome Bettis said about why it happened, that hit different. The bus went on the herd and didn't sugarcoat a thing. He said he wasn't surprised at all. Why? Because once the fans start turning on you, it's over. When the crowd starts chanting "Fire Tomlin" when they boo Renegade, you know it's done, Bettis explained. You can try to fight it, but it poisons everything. The players, the coaches, the whole locker room. Let's not pretend like we didn't see signs. This season was rocky, ugly losses, no consistency on offense, frustration building week after week, and when the Steelers got smoked by the Texans 36 in the wildcard game, that was the final straw. According to Bettis, Tomlin saw the writing on the wall, not just from fans, but from inside the building. Once players start second-guessing your decisions, once assistant coaches start hesitating, it's already too late. You've lost the room. Tomlin didn't get fired, but he knew it was time. And here's the thing, the Steelers never fire head coaches. It's just not their style. Chuck Noll retired. Bill Cowher stepped away for family. Now Tomlin joins that club, walking out on his own terms. Sort of. The front office is already moving. They've interviewed a bunch of candidates, from young offensive minds to the usual defensive suspects. Names like Chris Shula, Jesse Minter, and Klay Kubiak are in the mix. Some fans want a new identity, others want to double down on tradition. Historically, Pittsburgh rides with defense-first head coaches. That's in the DNA, from the Steel Curtain days to the hard-hitting 2000s. And honestly, if they go that route again, Shula or Minter are strong picks. But Bettis' words still linger, because when a Hall of Famer says the culture turned toxic, that's a wake-up call, and whoever steps into Tomlin's shoes better come in ready for a rebuild. Not just on the field, but in trust. 3 big headlines, 1 clear message. Change is here, whether we like it or not. The real question is, are the Steelers finally ready to evolve or just repeating the same old cycle? Drop your take in the comments and hit subscribe to stay on top of it all.